Ethan Klein is destroying these absolute reasons. Ain't that right, Master Chief? This content, the drama slop, absolutely delicious. They just got destroyed. They just got destroyed. They can't handle it. They're falling apart. What happened more, Pegasus? What's the latest in the drama slop news?
Welcome back to a series so unemployed, even Reddit subscribed. In today's video, the judge has officially approved Ethan Klein's subpoena of Reddit and Discord. The anonymous snarkers or Hasan fans are absolutely cooked. Ethan has responded on his podcast. Hasan Orbiter Frogan is in massive, and I mean massive, trouble. Hasan's terrorist friend is going after Ethan again. Local Hasan Orbiter and rank #1 simp Mike from PA is getting freaking destroyed. Even more clips are surfacing after his ban, and it's not looking good. Hasan continues his chain of unhinged meltdowns, going after Destiny and Asmongold. Subscribe to literally solve all of your problems. Pegasus guarantee.
I mean, I can get going after Destiny, but going after Asmongold is kind of fucking insane because Asmongold is kind of just a normal person with normal takes.
Back to you, Jellywig.
Let's up those numbers!
Now let's begin with this tweet. According to Ethan Klein, the judge in his lawsuit approved a subpoena of Reddit and Discord. And then we got Ethan looking particularly smug here. Grok, what does that mean? It means the court is
He looks like he's about to go fishing.
Authorize Ethan Klein to legally require Reddit and Discord to hand over specific data such as user identities or records from communities like H3 Snark to support his copyright lawsuit against reaction streamers. This could reveal anonymous critics. This is diabolical. Things are about to get very interesting. The Snarkers are no longer anonymous. They will be named and shamed and potentially added to the lawsuits. Literally, Redditors' worst
This whole situation is absolutely bonkers.
Nightmare. This is why they're so terrified of being doxxed, and at the same time they will have no problem.
Dude, Ethan looks different every time I see him. Every time I see a clip of him, it's just like he still looks like Ethan, but he's got something different going on with his facial hair, with his hair, with his face.
Participating in this type of behavior against other people. And I feel like you can't complain after you spent your entire existence trying to harass this person unjustly and making up lies about them. Snark Reddit mods are in full panic mode now. Denim's trying to look for more people to throw under the bus. So Ethan talked about it on his podcast. He first goes over the judge order approving the subpoena. I offered clemency. There's no more clemency.
Subpoena granted. Now, moderators, haters, snarkers are all in shambles right now because the order has come down straight from the judge, fresh from today. The subpoena was granted by the judge.
It was granted
against Reddit or for Reddit and Discord, which means Reddit and Discord are being court ordered to turn over all relevant information pertaining to the name.
Fucking got him. Dude, W's all around from Ethan.
Moderators, the named users that we identified. That includes IP addresses. That includes emails. That includes private messages. That includes, by the way, if they've bought Reddit Gold or anything like that, payment info, method, address, whatever they have, we get. Again, I offered Clement.
Yeah, this is really a lesson to be learned. Don't be a fucking retard online. Because if you go full retard, don't go full retard. You're going to be humiliated and pushed off the internet. And you're going to have to literally pay a price. And get your wages garnished.
Clemency? There's no more clemency. The presidential pardon, which I'm offering right now, is become closed.
Dude, imagine getting screwed over because you bought Reddit Gold. Cinema. Absolute cinema, bro. Those messages are going to be so juicy. And I just know they are absolutely going to get leaked, okay? That's just how these things work. And can you imagine the private messages between people who spend...
No, I don't want to think about it. Like, I hope we get them. And I hope somebody talks about them, but I really don't want to think about how bad it's going to get.
All day on Reddit and Discord, snarking and trying to defame people. These people led to the CPS call on his kids as well. I feel like it's going to...
There's probably going to be a lot of furry roleplay. That's what I'm guessing.
absolutely expose some damning information. And the worst part is, it's not just going to expose them, but it might also cook Frogan, Casey, and Denims. Bad day for Reddit and Discord mods in their mom's basement. Funniest thing is, even if they delete everything now, all of that info is on servers, and Reddit, the company, isn't going to cover up crimes. I'll post it again, get cooked.
Some of you guys out there sweating.
Oh, what a classic. Classic. Bad day for Reddit, good day for mankind. I feel like they should have just taken the PC
Ethan was the hero that we don't deserve, but we all need.
treaty that Ethan was offering. You know, he was urging them to just settle, just, you know, get their lawyers up, you know, give away some of the information they have, but they just refused to negotiate. They doubled down, and they really thought they would be safe. All these, even those like random Twitter users as well, the Gato person, the unemployed Hasan mods, and now it looks like it's just too late at this point. So then he talks about how completely screwed they are, and the fact that he's probably adding them to the lawsuit.
By the way, the best detail about this all, which should not be missed on people, is that Denims and Casey Tron, they have the same lawyer. He agreed to this motion without dispute. This was a joint stipulation, which means that they're not doing a lot to protect the moderators there. And frankly, why
Yep, they're all throwing each other under the bus. And if there's anything that Frogan can do to throw Denims under the bus to save her ass, she'll do that, and vice versa.
should they? I mean, they got big enough problems. You guys better
Not
pray
Frogan, Casey Tron and Denims. Frogan's still dodging.
that I know don't find out a single one, because listen, as fucked as Denims is, as fucked as Frogan is, as fucked as Casey Tron is, you're gonna be 3 times that fucked. And guess what? You have no support. You have no one sending you money or helping you. You're just, and I already know you're an unemployed loser with no prospects. This is what happens when you fuck around. You see what happens? Y'all thought, oh, Ethan's not going to get our info. Oh, look at Ethan. He's not this and that. Oh, Reddit's not going to give it. Oh, they're not going to give us up. You're done. You're cooked. I'm coming. All I need is your IP address.
And so ultimately,
Somebody clip that. Somebody clip Ethan saying, "I'm coming."
they will have a charge of copyright infringement filed against them.
That's correct.
That's the idea.
Yep.
Oh my god, another lawsuit, or maybe
Dude,
it goes into the same
stacking
lawsuit.
them.
Not too sure about that.
Stacking cases, man. Stacking them suits.
But this has got to be my Dan Clancy moment. I am going to nut. Okay, I'm kidding, of course. But as a wise man once said, you get what you fucking deserve.
True,
and special
brother,
congratulations
true.
to Denims and Casey. Your lawyer has done a stellar job. You know, completely fucked them over without giving them a second to rest, I guess. I don't know why they wouldn't object to this. I imagine they weren't completely honest with their lawyers as to what
imagine
exactly
so.
they were messaging. So the lawyers might have thought that, oh, these messages are not going to implicate Denims or Casey Tron at all. But I really find it hard to believe they had no lines of communication with their Redditors. Or another possibility is that Denims and Casey think they're safe because they deleted their potential messages and they think it's just sort of wiped from the internet. But obviously, that's not how it works. These
it's about to get
platforms
so
save
bad.
these things. Anything you've ever messaged on any social media platform is saved by the platforms themselves. It may not be public on the internet in case nobody archived it, but it is absolutely stored in the servers for...
Yeah, even if for some reason they're not, there is remnants of it being there and existing. And if the court finds out that you deleted it and now like they can't have access to it, that's so bad. You'd be in so much more trouble than you would be if you just left it alone.
like, you know, Discord or Reddit or something. Right, so then he goes over the official court order.
Because some of your cohorts leaked your Discord messages to us, we have some of your Discord IDs, and guess who's we're gonna if anyone's gonna have your real identity, it's gonna be right there. We're gonna have all your messages
Discord.
And listen, don't try to erase them. If you erase them now, it's not gonna look good. And you should know
Yeah,
that
they're still stored. If you erase them on Discord, Discord still has those messages. I've already been through this. I've been through this before, where messages got deleted and they just, you know, went in the Timcast Discord, when I was in the Timcast Discord, they just went up to somebody and got it all back. I don't know how they did it. I don't know what happened, but it can be done easily. Very, very easily.
I'll still get them even if you erase them. Let's see. Order grants joint stipulation re-granting plaintiff leave to serve third-party subpoenas prior to the Rule 26 conference. The stipulation is granted. Yikes, yikes, yikes.
That's not
good.
good.
It is so ordered. Dated July
not good.
31st.
What a beauty.
Signed by the great,
Fuck, man.
honorable
Wesley.
Wesley L.
Oh.
Bro, not gonna lie, it is so ordered in bold is like that's like aura farming right there. I mean,
It's
there
so
you
good,
have
man.
it. You can't really fake that document that
It's
is
so good.
100% real. W Judge
I mean, it's terrible. It's bad. It's the worst thing that could possibly. Okay.
for approving it, and the walls are closing in for the Reddit mods. It's time to get a job. I said it. I said the J slur, guys.
No, not the job application.
Anyways, moving on to
I
our
don't wanna have
favorite
to put the
Hasan
prize in the
orbiter,
bag.
Frogan. Right, so we talked about how she has been dodging Ethan's server like Neo from the Matrix. Apparently, this guy tried to serve her 4 different times on different days, different times of the day, but could not find her, right? She apparently had her
Which is
potential
hard to believe.
friend or
She's
relative
everywhere.
lie for her at the door, you know, saying that they've been in this apartment 6 years, they've never seen Frogan in their life. It seems highly likely that Ethan's server got the correct address because it is literally their job to find these people, and apparently that person might have been lying about it. That they might have been
no
like,
shit.
you know, I don't know who Frogan is. What the hell is a Frogan? Is that a frozen yogurt flavor or some shit? Never heard of it. So yeah, apparently she's just rank #1 hide and seek player globally. Somehow the
Yeah, she can just play stupid, or whoever it was they talked to can just play stupid and be like, I didn't know her online name.
literal orbiting body
I know her as
cannot be found,
Kathy.
right? Well, it looks like she has 5 days left before she's fucking cooked. Ethan drops a Frogan lawsuit update. Frogan is literally about to default early next week. What has she done with the $50,000 she raised? He's talking about her GoFundMe. We have not
she
heard
raise
from
that
her
much?
or her attorney at all. She has like 5 days
Come on, take the money and run. Oh no!
to respond to her complaint, or she loses by default. Ethan, I know you don't want to hear this. This is probably your worst nightmare right now. But there's a phenomenon in nature called hibernation. You know, well, some
Fuck.
people can actually stack up food for like months, several months, right?
We're still in the middle of summer though. She ain't hibernating.
Right? And then they just sort of sleep through the winter, and there's no chance you're ever gonna find them because they're probably like in a cave, underground, some shit like that, buried themselves in the earth, right? And you know,
Yeah, she might have taken a forever vacation back to her homeland.
she might have just got a, you know, lifetime supply of McDonald's, ate it up, and just, you know, she's rested now. People responded, if the judge sees this, he's gonna lose by default. Not supposed to talk about a pending case you are involved in. Thank you. Thank you. You are the lawyer expert here. None of
Yeah.
that is true.
Yeah, okay.
You absolute regard. You're confusing criminal and civil cases, you imbecile. We got right-wing Cope saying, Ethan needs to stay off social media during a lawsuit. In my opinion, he'll probably win regardless, just based on the core claims being accurate in terms of copyright violation. Wow, actually being intellectually honest. Although, why would you let your defendant know they're about to miss a response date? Probably because he's just trying to be nice, or I don't know. He talks about all of the stuff on social media. We got the unemployed Hasan.
Yeah, it's just drama farming. Really, that's what he's doing. He's giving everybody. He's drip feeding us content for us to talk about. That's what he's doing. He's creating good sentiment on the internet. He's trying to get the internet behind him, and we're behind him. We love this. This is great. We're eating it up, man. Every single bit of it.
And back at it again. This is another person who's probably getting sued. The process server Ethan hired served some random black lady, lol. Yeah, you might think they're random, but it's almost very likely that they're related to Frogan in some way. Unless the Ethan server was completely, utterly incompetent, but that's highly unlikely. She had 5 days if she loses by default. Not being Ethan or Frogan Horace, and this is an automatic victory. They'll need to file a motion to default. And the truth is, it can be set aside depending on the judge decision, which is common. I don't see that happening. Is taking all the proper steps. Is Kosh's intentionally avoiding having anything to do with this? At best, her lawyers will
Yeah,
be...
no shot that she doesn't know that she's being sued right now. Like, she knows 100%.
contacted and given a set period to respond before defaulting is decided on. She ate 50K in DoorDash. We need to see the finances, guys. I would venture that is a possibility. All right, it's good when terrible things happen to bad people. This isn't even terrible things. This is literally part of the legal process.
Yeah,
it's just
this is FAFO. Fuck around, find out. That's exactly what this is.
Law. It's just karma. It's just accountability for your actions. Moving on.
It's not terrible things happening to bad people. It is literally fuck around, find out. It is karma.
To Hasan's favorite terrorist, IRL Luffy, if you remember, Ethan responds to Houthi Chalamet calling him out for some weird shit. Right, so here we got the Houthi terrorist on Twitter. Ethan Klein sends me prawn girls to try to seduce me and then uses it against me with threats. And I'm telling you not to try and do nothing. You're playing with fire. And then Ethan just responds with laughing emojis saying, what? Now, I don't know what the fuck this guy is on about. Okay. Apparently, bro might have accidentally clicked one of those prawn ads.
Yeah, I think that, I think all of these terrorists and people who are pro-terrorism are fucking retarded liars. And it's just like, this is combining both of those things.
And now he's trying to blame it on Ethan Klein. He's also spending quite a bit of time on Twitter, you know, when he's not bombing ships or posing in front of actual hijacked ships, right? Maybe he accidentally swiped his credit card for some OF girls, and now he's trying to pin it on Ethan Klein. Bro, it's not his fault. You're horny, all right? People responded, Father, I swear I didn't download this prawn. The Jews did it. Somebody got caught with their hand in the cookie jar. Bro got exposed for gooning and tried playing it off with Ethan, dude, what timeline are we in? This guy the other day was tweeting.
This is the clown timeline. This is the timeline where everybody's nothing but fucking morons. Everybody's retarded and they don't know it.
How he wanted to end Ethan Klein's life forever, like straight up death threats on Twitter. Now, do you think that the parody account sent him something and he thought it was really him, or just him gooning and lying? I actually would not be surprised. There's like a bunch of Ethan parody accounts going around, and this guy legitimately might have thought it's real. Ethan does the same to me. He gets me all torqued up with the ladies, then sends guys and calls me gay. Next week, he's gonna blame the Mossad on what his mother finds in his wastebasket. Right, so basically, you're telling me this guy's full-time profession is 10 a.m. go and bomb some ships, 12 p.m. tweet on Twitter, and then 2 p.m. goon to some e-hose or some shit, and then get caught and blame it on Ethan, dude. Holy shit. Anyways, moving on to...
That all sounds like something that Dan Clancy would 100% be into.
Mike from PA, the absolute omega simp loser.
Jared
now,
from
if you
PA,
remember last time,
Mike from
we
Subway,
were talking about
whatever.
how he got banned on Twitch for saying Jews are a demonic ethnicity, right? Just complete anti-Semitic bullshit.
Jewish is not an ethnicity. This constructed ethnicity.
Jewish is not an ethnicity. Jewish is a demonic ethnicity. Like, bro, your brain is cooked.
This demonic ethnicity. Wholly invented.
So basically he got banned for an indefinite amount of time, and nobody really knows the length, but Mike has come out on his Discord.
Maybe forever, hopefully.
And apparently somebody's saying that he got a 2-day ban.
We'll see you on parody.com.
Ethan alleges Mike from PA got a 2-day ban on Twitch. That would be insane. Says, if true, Twitch is a full-blown anti-Jewish org and should be labeled as such. Right?
Yeah, I've already labeled them that.
Got a pic from the Discord. Mike from PA.
Actually, worse, I think that they're taking funny money from terrorist organizations. Allegedly. That's just, in my opinion. That's what it feels like. That's what it smells like.
He says, oh, it's not a long ban.
Okay. And if it smells like shit and death, there's probably shit and death.
So it's definitely not a perma ban. It's definitely like a temporary one. That's confirmed. It's just a paid vacation. Woohoo. Yeah, apparently there's beef. I thought it was you, to be honest, so no. And this guy responds to Mike saying 2 days. If this is a 2-day ban, that would actually make Twitch the legitimate, like, a platform for fostering anti-Semitism. And we already kind of...
Didn't they ban Tectone for calling a fat bitch fat and calling a whore a whore? Didn't that happen?
Knew that, but this would confirm it. According to Mike from the Third Reich, amazing nickname, he was only banned for 2 days. If true, Twitch is a full-blown anti-Jewish organization and should be labeled as such, it's time to mass contact advocacy groups, officials, Amazon executives to demand action.
Yeah, we should have been doing that a long time ago.
Listen, I'm not surprised that Twitch is anti-Semitic. That's pretty obvious given the fact they just refused to ban Hasan, who openly supports terrorist groups who really don't like Jews, obviously, and they kill a bunch of Jews as well. But I feel like this is so blatant and in your face, like you kind of have to do something, especially this situation.
Yeah, it's getting worse. It's getting so much worse. Like we've been saying, it just keeps getting worse. As long as nobody does anything, as long as we just keep talking about it, it gets worse. More stuff comes out. And eventually enough will come out that something will be done. Or it'll all just crumble apart. Either way, I'm fine with.
Went viral on, you know, a Reddit, YouTube, everywhere pretty much. So I feel like it's pretty mainstream and you got to take action. And I think everybody needs to, you know, make Amazon aware of this. They should know what's going on Twitch, obviously, but apparently not. Apparently they just let it.
Yeah, I think they kind of know, but don't really care.
Run by itself. Dan Clancy definitely needs to fucking retire or be fired or something like that. Now the thing is, as I'm recording, the 2 days should be up very soon. So let's just see if he actually does get unbanned after 2 days, and then, you know,
they need to replace him with somebody whose favorite streamer is somebody like Asmongold. Like, honestly.
We can go crazy, apparently. Just email all the advertisers and shit like that. He might be bullshitting here, but it's definitely not a permaban, which it absolutely should be. There's no reason to have Mike from PA on your platform anymore. After, not even this, after all the, you know, open calls to violence, the bounty setting, you know, that's just not allowed on Twitch, let alone in real life. You're not allowed to fucking threaten people's lives. People responded, could people use California's anti-BDS to force Twitch into action? Maybe. Twitch is corrupt if this is true. The part of the online left is just anti-Semitic because of their bias and America bad, but hide behind anti-Zionism in Gaza to downplay what they truly feel, which is what they think the Jews that don't agree with us are evil and ruin everything. And anybody who, you know, criticizes them is a Israel dick rider or whatever. Now, it's actually getting so bad that Ethan is legitimately considering multi-streaming. Here we have a poll in his chat. What about multi-stream on Kick plus YouTube in 60?
Dude, bro. Everybody's moving to Kick. Everybody's moving to Kick. That needs to happen. I'm totally going to be joining Kick soon. I cannot wait for that to happen.
7%. Now, if you don't know Kick's reputation in the past few years, it was considered like untouchable. Basically like, oh, only right-wing grifters go on that platform. It is
now that's just where Rumble is at. Now that's where people who are right-wing grifters go. They go to Rumble, right? No, I'm just kidding. There are a lot of right-wing grifters there, though.
You know, Twitch is the good place, Kick is a bad place. And now, look how the tables have completely turned and people are considering Kick as a legitimate option. I don't think you should fully move it.
Yeah, Kick, nothing's really even changed. Nothing's really changed at Kick. It's still kind of the same garbage platform that's run by gambling. But it's better than being pro-terrorism.
I think multi-streaming is still the best because that way you get the best part of both worlds, right? Just don't include Twitch in that thing, obviously. A year or two ago, Kick was
I think everybody should stop streaming on Twitch. The only reason people do it is for money. But I think that, honestly, if you keep streaming on Twitch going forward, that you're going to start looking bad for being on Twitch.
Is the degenerate platform over Twitch? The flip-flop is insane. I mean, a lot of things have changed in a year, I guess. And I feel like people like Mike from PA are legitimately unhireable at this point. So the thing is, if he gets permabanned, it legitimately destroys his life because there's no way
he's going to be working at Walmart because Walmart doesn't really care.
Anybody would ever hire him, knowing these clips are floating around, right? So he wouldn't be able to get a job. He's probably broke. So yeah, he's completely cooked, right? That's why he definitely deserves a permaban, obviously, to get some level of consequence for this shit.
Yeah, don't be violent. Don't be a fucking violent retard online. It's pretty simple. You will destroy your life.
On to this next part, apparently Mike from PA or potentially someone else on his behalf has been copywriting clips and trying to get them deleted from Reddit, and Ethan is calling him out.
Mike from PA just called Jews a demonic ethnicity. Now this is I don't know what's the deal with these LSF mods. They seem like such patsies.
What does that
mean?
I feel
like they're always covering up for different
fucking tankies, man.
Moderators,
fucking tankies,
including Hasan, who like. So
we're bringing it back. We're bringing back tankies.
So Mike from the Third Reich is now copywriting, DMCA striking Reddit posts
Isn't that funny?
to try to hide his
Hilarious.
shame.
This was the screenshot we saw.
He has furthermore made no apology. In fact, you guys will be shocked to hear that even Hasan is running defense for Mike from PA. Send it to sponsors, send it to advocacy
Actually, I don't think he was really running defense. I think he was just pretending that it wasn't happening.
groups. Send it out. I'm tired of this bullshit.
Yep.
If Twitch is going to do something to stem their obvious anti-Semitism problem that they are fostering, that they are encouraging, that they are co-signing, then it's time to take matters into my own hands as a Jewish man who's trying to stand up for my people.
Of course. Of course it's going to take Ethan to actually do something about it. We got people like Asmongold, people like, I guess Tectone is now a big player. Like, people like Asmongold who are up there at the top who really just aren't doing anything about it, except for talking about it, which I guess is something.
Dude, I love how all of this time, iDubbbz and his friends were basically saying to Ethan, you're hallucinating anti-Semitism. Oh, it's not actually a big problem. Meanwhile, now the mask is completely slipped, and suddenly they're completely silent. Like, I haven't heard a peep from iDubbbz in, like, months now. And he was a big yapper. Him and Anissa were big yappers in the past, but now when one of their, you know, cohorts here is getting exposed, Hasan Orbiter, as an...
Yeah, they finally took our advice and shut the fuck up. Because they were just making everything worse by continuing to talk.
Open anti-Semite, nothing to say, all right? I'm almost like we were right the entire time. And I think it's always a horrible move by anyone trying to sort of silence...
Yeah, they took our advice to shut the fuck up, but then they shut the fuck up when they should be speaking up and saying, this is not good. It's just... The pattern continues. It continues. It just changed colors.
Criticism on the internet because, you know, we all know the Streisand effect 101, right? The situation will essentially blow up 10 times more if you try and delete clips, delete evidence or shit like that. If you try and strike channels or whatever. And I feel like you already lost your career. Like, everybody's seen the clip where you got banned. What more damage can you do now? I guess the 2-day ban will escalate to a permaban or something, but I don't think that's going to be based on if the clip is available on live stream fails or whatever. And it was this next part, Ethan exposes him as a massive hypocrite.
Mike from PA, of course I'm on faux moi, just another extension of this insane Reddit and Twitch approved racist attack where they host defamation about me and then ban anybody in the comments that attempts to correct it. The worst people on the planet have fear of God.
Yeah, that's why I don't use either of those platforms. I've never used Reddit. I've used Reddit like to look at for answers to questions that I have that people also have asked the same questions and got answers for. I think Reddit is a really good place for that. But whenever you get people that are running like communities, that's when it gets weird.
Put in them. So this is a Mike from PA tweet under this. I said, it's called a subpoena, not doxing. It's a routine part of civil litigation. All I need is an IP address, which is held for 100+ days, even if you erase your account. This is a network of sock puppets, and it will not save you, snarkler. Faux moi is up in arms. Mike from PA, your entire career is taking clips and reacting to them. Yeah, it's almost like there's a difference, and that's pretty clear. You think it's a good idea to abuse the DMCA to intimidate people who criticize you? Now, Mike, would you like to explain how what you're doing and removing this clip from live stream fails is not a complete cowardly misuse of the DMCA? A cowardly...
Yeah, it's almost as if they're lying and projecting at every fucking turn. Every time. Every single time.
Pathetic, hypocritical abuse.
It's embarrassing.
Of the DMCA, and you cower in fear because you know that the world has seen who you are, which is what a racist, bigot, phony you are, Mike. As fake as your law degree,
This is probably
but
super...
as real as the
It gets worse than that. Actual pro-terrorism.
as the fat coagulating around your liver. His liver is fucking being squeezed to death. Mike, let me bask in the patheticness that is your being. The absolute degeneracy, the pathetic. You literally jump onto Twitch in the apps when Hasan is offline. You can't stream while Hasan is online, right? You can't.
Yeah, because then he wouldn't have any viewers. He's wanting to catch the Hasan viewers who are just constantly online. And if Hasan's not on, they got to watch something, right? Might as well be one of his orbiters.
Have a career because you don't have your own fans. Oh, you are a waiting room, not just online, but on real life. That's why women cower. You know, they'll let you buy them things. They'll let you do nice things for them. But ultimately, you're a waiting room. They're looking for Mr. Right. Okay? And you ain't it. Mike from PA. Mike is PU. You stink.
Bruh, okay, Mike from PU is actually a good one. You know, I will say this, Ethan is actually a quality roaster, all right? I don't give that title very often, okay? I don't consider it lightly, but Ethan actually got game. I gotta give it to him. Obviously, Ethan, a big fan of the series, as almost everybody, you know, okay? Everybody be watching. In fact, there's a bunch of massive YouTubers also watching, but, you know, they won't be, you know, participating publicly in any political battles or anything, but they do be given.
Yeah, I think Penguin Zero's been watching. He said a couple things that has been running jokes in the more Pegasus community. I guess that's what we are now. That it makes me think that he's been watching.
Props, all right, and I appreciate you guys, obviously. But you know, I'm actually really surprised that Mike actually pretends to care about copyright, even in the past, because if you know the Hasan squad, you know, they obviously don't respect copyright. 3 of them are getting sued for it. Hasan has literally gone on record. I think it was in an episode of the A3 podcast or something, but he basically said copyright should not exist. Like, you shouldn't be able to protect your own content or your IP, which is a ridiculous take that could.
I'm almost there on that, actually. That's not that ridiculous. I think that there needs to be some like heavy changes to copyright, especially around IP, where like especially with fan-made content and stuff, and if you're not going to protect your IP, you lose it, kind of thing, kind of scenario. I think that should be a thing. You shouldn't be able to take down fan projects. Especially if they're not making money, or if they're only making money through donations and things like that. You should not be able to take those down. Nintendo, talking to you.
Only come from this massive multi-millionaire socialist grifter who made all of his money reacting to other people's content, right, and making none of his own. And it was this next part, Ethan calls out Hasan for not condemning Mike from PA. As we talked about it last time, Hasan is brought up the clip from his chatters and he's like, oh, well, I don't even know what happened. I don't even know what he said. It was probably out of context, bro.
Is a champion against anti-Semitism, he always says. In fact, he says, I am the true anti-Semitic for conflating Zionism and anti-Semitism. So Hasan has an opportunity to prove to us what a champion of anti-racism against anti-Semitism he is. It's time, man. Look, I know this is your friend. For example, your friend Lolo. You literally just said bye-bye, Lolo. Lolo, you said bye-bye. Change his name from Lolo to bye-bye, right, Dan? So anyway, you would expect Hasan to make this valiant offering to his Jewish audience. And if there are any Jewish audience left in his crowd, which I'm sure there are maybe a few of the the ones who are proud tokens to be spent by a person who fucking wants you to die, and who's about to defend a Nazi.
I don't know what the Mike from PA said. I don't give a shit, okay?
To be fair, if there are any Jews in Hasan's audience, it's not going to be like actual Jews. They're going to be the New York Jews who just have an apartment who just pretend to be Jewish. It's going to be that kind of Jew who's technically a Jew, but doesn't actually read anything, doesn't know anything about being a Jew, and just holds the label. That's the kind of Jews that's going to be in Hasan's audience that are going to be like unironically following him.
And I don't care about what your concern is. Let's be fucking real. You are not concerned. You are just trying to simply farm a clip.
Oh my god. Oh
I
my
believe he
god,
said
I
actually
can't.
more.
We got the clip. We got the clip.
They were successful.
We got you.
Let me just tell you now, he has 1000% seen the clip. It is ridiculous and completely bullshit to pretend otherwise.
Yeah, it's funny that he's going to say that he's not going to say anything about it because people are just farming him for the clip. And that ends up being the clip that people are farming. It's so fucking retarded, man. He's so stupid.
He knows exactly what is going on, but he refuses to say anything because he knows himself and his audience is full of anti-Semites, and if he ever dares disavow Mike from PA or a statement like that, it will anger his core fan base, who are basically just anti-Semitic freaks. So instead, what does he do? He continues being the fucking pathetic worm that he is, you know, weaseling his way through.
Yeah, he can't pretend nothing's going on when one of his orbiters straight up just got banned. For 2 days, mind you. Most likely it's going to be for 2 days. We don't really know yet.
Every single situation. And I just love how he has 5 hours in the day dedicated to watching Ethan clips, Asmongold clips, Destiny clips, you know? The other day he was watching the Asmongold clips and he was just, you know, misrepresenting everything he was saying, pretending he's some Israel dick rider, pretending he supports Hitler, like calling him a Hitler supporter. Very ironic, coming from Hasan, by the way.
It's such a funny position.
Yep. Just another projection.
To be in, by the way,
Every time.
where you're like simultaneously pro Adolf Hitler. You can't obviously say it to that degree, but also you're pro Israel.
But he can't take 2 freaking seconds to disavow Mike from PA. I mean, what does
He
that
can't say that he's pro Hitler, but he is pro Hitler, guys. Trust me.
mean? Okay, iDubbbz taught me a very valuable lesson. Our silence means something, Hasan. So when you're silent
He taught me a very valuable lesson in empathy.
about this shit, it means you're an anti-Semitic freak, all right? Just
True.
like your buddy Dan Cockadoodle fucking do, right? So
Yep, and he's probably taking funny money from terrorist organizations.
this next part, he calls out Mike for talking about the 2 Israeli diplomats that were shot dead by a guy yelling "Free Palestine." Those whole tragic situation, and we saw that Hasan was playing defense for the shooter, you know, false flag and all whatnot.
You could not have designed a better false flag incident like this.
Well, Mike was doing it too.
One of the things that's really interesting about the shooting is it seems like the main victim was not Jewish.
He was Israeli.
The guy was not.
This was such a weird cup. The guy was an Israeli Christian who was there representing Israel. He's married to a Jewish Israeli, and they are outside of a Jewish.
Yeah, they think that everybody in Israel is a Jew. They think Israeli means Jew. So all the Christians there, they're also Jews. They have to die. Like, they don't care. They don't give a fuck. They actually don't even know anything. They're just pretending. The only thing they know is what other people have told them.
like gathering. Like they were shot because he thought they were both Jewish.
So obvious.
I think that's probably
The coping
Probably
on
a fair
this
assessment.
is so bad faith. It's like these people are so bad faith. It's just they're not even trying. What's interesting about
The guy
that?
was not Jewish. He was a Christian Zionist from Germany.
No, okay. He lived in Israel. I think he was born in Germany.
And he seemed to spend a lot of time celebrating civilian deaths.
Show me evidence.
Okay,
of that.
that's interesting.
Show me one example
Yeah,
of that before you
that's a
shit on a dead
crazy
person
thing
who's
that-
just executed by a
Let's-
psychopath.
Let's start justifying why he was shot.
Just imagine how vile of a person you have to be to defame a dead person.
Yeah, they're seriously, they are looking for any kind of details that could justify this happening. Because they like it. They want it to happen. They want terrorism to happen, and they're going to find any reason they can to justify it.
Who was just murdered by a psychopath on behalf of your movement, by the way. And I don't think he represents the movement, but I do think it's your responsibility to be like, that is not what we stand for, right?
Except that is 100% what they stand for.
You should do that.
Dude, these people legitimately have no morals. I mean, you're spitting on the graves of people who were just murdered.
Yeah, and nobody's going to stop them. Nobody's going to do anything about it.
I mean, that is absolutely crazy. Like, how low of a human being do you legitimately have to be to actually do this? I
Yeah,
feel
imagine the actual fans. Imagine what they're like.
like only a completely failed person. Obviously, Mike from PA is a failed politician who got, you know, struck from the ballot or whatever, and he's resorted to becoming this internet waiting room for a terrorist glazer. I mean, this is just another version of what Hasan does. You know, it would have been the perfect false flag or whatever. Obviously, it was a setup from Israel. You know, I ran out of gas yesterday. I feel like it was definitely Ethan Klein. It's probably like a setup from Israel or something. I can't believe his Israeli brainwashing terrorist wife would do this to me, guys. How could she do this? How could she
Yeah,
make me
what a
run out of
bitch.
fucking gas, guys? Then he talks about Mike from PA physically threatening him.
I gotta
Every problem that we have in our lives, it's all because of the Jews.
be honest, with my experience in life with people like Ethan, the only thing that ever knocks them
People
out of
like
their
Ethan.
fucking spiraling.
What does that mean? People like Ethan.
is the rod. He's not going to stop until he's bleeding out of the corner of his mouth.
Mike, you're such a tough guy for someone that doesn't leave his house. Let's go, bro. Let's go, tough guy. Make me bleed from my mouth. You love LARPing. You're just like Noah. You love to LARP like a revolutionary, but at the end of the day, you want other people to do your dirty work as you sit online and collect checks and order from Uber Eats and fucking sit at home and smoke all day. Mike, you are the paragon of patheticness. You might be the most repulsive, pathetic person alive, and that's not hyperbole. I really genuinely think that you're in the running. Easily. Threatening
easily top 10.
Jewish people with violence. He's justifying.
If you're online justifying violence, you are in the top 10 most disgusting people who aren't like actively out there murdering people, committing crimes, things. You know, those people don't count. We're talking about the internet, like the fake internet here.
Violence against Jewish people.
These are just the kind of people that support the people that are violent out in the streets and actually talk people into doing it.
And now he's calling Jewish people a demonic ethnicity.
Dude, where do I get this confidence? How is Mike from PA threatening anyone while being unable to outbox an inanimate object? This guy getting fucking tombstoned by a butterfly, as I said, you know, he'd get a wedgie from SpongeBob. Literally get power bombed by a fucking, the local ant or some shit. Dude, Mike from PA would get his ass beat by the Girl Scouts selling cookies.
Damn.
I don't know who the gave this guy the confidence to actually go around physically threatening people. We need a revolution, guys, but you know, I won't be taking part. You disgusting minions, you guys can do the violent uprising, you guys can do the assassinations, and you know, we need to go after these propagandists or whatever, death penalty, but you know, I won't be doing anything. It's gonna be you guys, because I don't want to get arrested, obviously. Such ridiculous people, man. 80 episodes, and I'm still getting...
Yeah, they don't practice what they preach at all. But what they preach is violence.
Blown away every day. Ethan reacts to Hasan's NPR
But if any violence actually comes to their doorstep, they ain't gonna have it. They're gonna call the police.
collab estimates that he pays at least $20K a month for PR. Hasan Piker, a himbo gateway drug for progressives. He for sure spends at least $20K a month on PR based on my experience. Yeah, like, I don't know how he gets so many positive articles written about him. He's gotta be like, either they're simping for him like Taylor Lorenz, or he's buying these people out. Hasan, it doesn't matter
think that's
how
probably
many
the
puck
case.
pieces you buy, you'll never outrun your own reputation.
And also people who like him and people who are for this agenda want to prop him up, so they do it.
A nepo baby, terrorist-loving, America-hating, tanky degenerate, and
Oh,
womanizing
there it is,
prick.
tanky.
Jesus Christ. The fact that all of this is true is just sad.
I love that we're bringing Tanky back.
It with a tiny head. Okay. Anyways, moving on to Hasan. He's losing his mind over Destiny again. It's always one of the four people, you know, Asmongold, Ethan, Destiny, Sloptubers, or some variation every single time, right? Now, if you remember, Destiny said that
I guess he's not talking about Nuxanor anymore. The Blue Jew.
Would vote for Trump over Hasan.
Probably because he doesn't want to get
Destiny
fucking destroyed.
literally hates Trump so much that he's okay with Trump supporters getting shot, you know, anybody in the crowd of Trump literally getting shot.
Which I don't think he actually believes that. I think he just likes to say the most vile, hateful shit without actually believing anything. I think he's probably a nihilist and a narcissist.
And killed, which is, you know, insane take, but he still prefers them to Hasan.
Some of them are finally realizing, like, maybe Destiny doesn't have like a discernible worldview, and it's just basically constantly presenting whatever the I'm saying as like a horrifying alternative. And now that there is something that is significantly worse, like Donald Trump, they're starting to realize that, like, maybe this guy isn't serious or sincere about his worldview or about his politics, and it's just like spite based for the most part, which it is. And you got like a supposedly liberal content creator focusing all of his enmity not towards Donald Trump, and even sometimes agreeing with Donald Trump.
How did we get to this point? How did we get to the point where I like Destiny 1,000 times more than I like Hasan Piker? That's crazy.
Like when it comes to foreign policy, like when it comes to bombing.
Like I used to talk about Destiny the same way I talk about Hasan Piker. But I didn't call Destiny a pro-terrorist. I say pro-terrorist. I didn't say that Destiny was pro-terrorism because he wasn't. Hasan Piker is 1,000 times worse than Destiny is. He has no room to be talking about Destiny.
Iran, or when it comes to like defending Israel's genocide. At a time when people are desperately looking for someone to fight back, presenting someone like myself as the true evil in America is going to make a lot of liberals turn their heads and go, I don't think you're right on this.
No, actually, it's like the one thing that makes people somewhat like Destiny. Like, I'm very opposed to.
Bro, if people come out saying they like Hasan Piker, that tells you exactly who they are. Exactly who they are. They're either, one, completely bought and fucking retarded, or two, they like terrorism.
A lot of what he says, obviously, I've given my opinion a lot of times, but the thing with Destiny is we can at least agree that Hasan is a fucking moron, right? Hasan is a beacon to bring about world peace. He is the
Hasan Piker is so cooked, man. When he's cooked, I don't know, but he's more cooked and more cooked. Pretty soon, he's gonna be overcooked, and we're just gonna have to throw him in the garbage because it's gonna be inedible. Right now, I'd say he's about at a medium rare.
ultimate villain. He's like, if you've seen the anime Code Geass, he's like the ultimate villain that everybody can unite and then bring about a new era of peace or whatever. So congratulations, Hasan. Maybe you will actually go down in history. Also know the average liberal doesn't look to Hasan as any sort of reasonable person. Your audience is full of extremist, leftist, terrorist supporter freaks, right? Who justify murder and shit like that.
Yep, and the people who come out in support of him who are somewhat famous, they only come out in support for him because they know that a bunch of left-wing places like him. And nobody actually knows what he's about. Nobody actually knows what his content is about. They don't actually know that he's pro-terrorism. They may hear about it, and they probably hear about it and are like, oh, those are just right-wing extremists who are saying that. They're just exaggerating.
Really don't think it's filled with the average liberal or anything like that. Now click this video or your firstborn son turns into Mike from PA.
No!
You don't want that, all right? You don't want
No,
a
you
failed
don't want
son,
that.
All right. All right, that's about it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
It's all over. It's getting so much worse. So much worse. Day by day by day. It's crumbling. And now everybody's going to start calling out Twitch. Everybody's going to start calling out Amazon, all of the partners, all of the advertisers, everything. Everybody's going to get involved. This is going to get real bad. This is going to get real messy. I cannot wait. Like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell for all notifications if you want to see more slop drama content like this.